Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sequoia Lending Weekly Training. My name is Alan. I'm the host for tonight and also the founder of Sequoia Lending. So, yes, we are a commercial lending broker. But however, tonight we are not going to talk about commercial lending. We are talking about why are we here tonight. Without knowing the why, we already know we're not going to go too far. So I bet every one of us in this room tonight have one thing in common. We all want to make money. You can say it in any way that you like to, but the reality is that we are all here tonight, hopefully through this so-called opportunity, we can make some extra income. We are not even talking about change our life yet. Okay. So let's talk about making money. Just talk about basic of making money. How can we make money? How many ways that we can make money? Let me just summarize. I have been in the business field for a long time. I started out as a loan officer back in 2004, set up my own mortgage company. We had a very great run. 2008 hit, we all knew what happened. I changed my company doing foreclosures, short sales, negotiations, and things like that. And that is the time that I got to know a lot of private lenders and understand truly how money works. And quite frankly, surprised me is that United States of America, it's actually running based on private capitals. And you looked at all those big buildings, all those businesses, all those shops, whatever that might be, actually a lot of them are funded by private capitals. I want to be part of it. Okay. So I have been in business for a long time. And just to summarize,
Did you fart?
many different ways that we can make money. Okay. How many different ways that we can make money? And I just show you five different ways we make money in our lifetime. And help me out to find out where you are right now. Okay. Number one, the first way that everybody, mostly, I would say 99% of the people been through this stage. It's called using our physical strength to make money. I still remember when I was a kid, I deliver newspaper. I wash carpet. I clean carpet for people. Okay. Those we based on our income, based on our physical strength. And quite frankly, there's still a lot of people out there are making money using that physical strength. But we all know, based on physical strength, we are not going to go too far. We are going to get old. We are going to get tired. If I got hurt, I cannot work. And physical strength, you can be replaced very, very easily. And that is why, a lot of us struggling if you are base your income from your physical strength. Now, let's move to the next level. It's what I call based on our skill. Now, the skill can actually have many, many definitions, meaning that, hey, let's say I go to a mechanic school. I learn how to fix car. That is a skill. Now, my value is a lot more than just flipping burgers, or my value is a lot more than delivering the newspaper. Now I know how to fix car, right? Or I learned to become a electrician, or I learned to become a plumber. All those things are based on skill. Now, even further, how about I went to a 4-year college? I have a degree. I become a doctor. I become a lawyer. I become a CPA. I become an engineer, whatever that might be. All those are based on our own skill. They're just different set of skill. But based on the type of skill that you have, your income changes. So let's say if you're a mechanic, we all know, depending on where you are making between $30 to $100 an hour. But let's say if you are a a hardcore attorney, a hotshot attorney, you're probably making $1,000 an hour. It really depending on what type of skill that you get. Okay. But you still based on your skill to make money. Now, then we move to the next level. The next level is what I call using your money to make money. And that is where investment comes in. We all understand one thing. When we make money, we put money in the bank, it's not going to be enough. We learn how to invest. We put money into stock market, in mutual fund, in IRAs, and now we put it into real estate. We invest money in what? In businesses, so on and so forth. Now, the good thing about using money to make money is what? Even though you don't have money, you can do what? You can borrow other people's money. You can use other people's money to make money for yourself. And it's, for example, like in what? Real estate. How many of us purchasing real estate using our own money? Probably not much, not many people, right? What do? We go out there, we get a mortgage. We are using other people's money to purchase a real estate. The real estate goes up in value. Do you need to share that value with that person who lent you the money? No, you don't, right? You borrow $100,000, the real estate now go up to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, whatever that might be. That capital gain is yours. So many of us learn how to make money using our own money or using other people's money. So that is the next level for us to make money. Now, a lot of people definitely can make a lot of money by using other people's money. But there's another level. And another level is what I call using a system to make money. Using a system to make money. Now, what is a system? A system is something that is automatically generating income for you. If you have a business, it's a self-sufficient business, it could be a system. Uber, it's a system. YouTube is a system. Amazon is a system. PayPal is a system, so on and so forth. Now, if you can create a system that can save a lot of people's trouble, that can solve a lot of people's problems, you can make a lot more money than you cannot even imagine. And that's why you see a lot of people in a young, very, very young age, and all of a sudden they're not just millionaire, they're billionaire, they're multi-billionaire. And it's just insane. You just cannot imagine how can one person can make so much money in such a short period of time. It's not because it's not because they're smarter than anyone else. It's just because they come up with a system that solves a lot of people's problem. But what if you're saying that, hey, I don't know how to create a system? Then plug yourself into a system that make money. And that's what we're talking about tonight. And why do we have this Sequoia commercial system? It's because we created a system so that you and I can plug into it and benefit out of it. So that is the next way, is using a system. The last but not least is to use what? Is to use your credit to make money. Use your credibility to make money. And that is why I oftentimes tell all people that, hey, regardless what you do, you have to do it right. You have to do it right. You have to be honest. You cannot trick other people. You cannot cut corners. You cannot do shortcuts. You have to do things right, because many times you will run into somebody 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, and they knew what you did 5 years ago. If you trick somebody, if you cheated somebody, they will remember, and you will run into them. So that is why we have to build up our credit. We have to build up our credibility. And you see people out there that, hey, when people mention their name, you don't even need to know who they are. I mean, you don't even need to ask the second question. You would go follow that person. It's using your credibility to make money. So those are the 5 ways for us to make money in our life. And how much can you make? It really depending on what stage are you in. What are you utilizing to make money for yourself? Do you have a job today that you go 9 to 5? That is based on your skill. Okay. Do you have enough real estate or stock market or stock portfolio that's generating your income? That it's your what? That it's your using your money to make money. So today, what we are going to share with you, it's a platform. Platform is nothing new. A lot of different platforms out there. Okay, I'm sure that many of us already joined one or multiple different platforms. But what we are going to share with you is something that I don't like to use the word opportunity right here. I want to use the word disruption. What does disruption mean? Disruption means that totally different way to do a business. That business has been in place for a long time. People have been doing this business for a long time. But when disruption comes, we will change that completely, totally. And that's what I'm talking about here tonight is commercial lending platform. Now, when we talk about commercial, we all understand what commercial lending is. But quite frankly, not many of us understand what commercial lending does. And even important, a lot of people have no idea where to find these people other than the bank. Correct me if I'm wrong. Today, you go to any advertisement platform, newspaper, TV stations, Facebooks, Twitters, Instagram, you name it, any platform. You will see pages of people that advertising their business, such as real estate, mortgages, insurance, contractors, CPAs, restaurants, you name it. You see tons of them. But have you ever seen any advertisement out there that's saying that, hey, I'm a commercial broker, I'm a commercial lender, I can give you $5 million to build that restaurant, I can give you $10 million to develop that neighborhood? Have you seen something like this? I bet you never see something like this. Why? It's because this industry has not yet been disrupted. And that is what we are going to do right now. Through Sequoia Lending, we are here to disrupt this industry. Now, when we're talking about disrupting industry, it's not just one or two people's effort. We need leaders. We need leaders in this field to show you how to do this, what to do, and how to disrupt this industry. And today is my honor to introduce a very special person where I met some time ago. I still remember the first time I met him in his Las Vegas mansion, and we talked about all kind of idea. He shared with me all kind of idea, and I share with him my ideas. Okay. A year down the road, a year today, he is here with us. He's already a multimillionaire. You should have seen his mansion. You should have seen the car that he's driving. I mean, he's living in a life to a lot of people's dream life. He's already retired with multi-million dollars in his bank account. He doesn't have to do anything. But then when I approached him, I say, John, this is what I have. Give me your opinion. And he came out, he's saying that, wow, Alan, okay, I want to be with you. So tonight, I'm not going to say much. I would ask him to introduce himself and share with everyone why is he doing this. Okay. So Mr. John Rustin, are you online?
Yeah, Alan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, John.
So it is funny.
It's yours.
Thank you so much for the intro. I mean, Alan came to my house it was funny. It is like the same week. And you know, he came because we have I've got another company in India, and we were doing some financing for products for the US. And you know, Alan's he was in the Navy for almost 30 years. And so, you know, we hit it off. We had a great meeting. And it's funny how we haven't lost contact. And again, you know, I appreciate Alan because when he first told me about the way he set up Sequoia, I was really impressed because our units back then were $50,000 a piece. So I needed someone to finance it. And over the last year, we've been back and forth, and he approached me with this, and I was kind of like, well, I got more things on my plate. I don't have time. But as I started listening to Alan and realized that, you know, I appreciate what he built, then I looked and saw all the different loans he's done. I saw a couple hundred people following him on Facebook and things like that. Then I asked myself a question. I said, well, let me find out, because I'm from Texas. Now I see many of my Texas friends on here I've known for 20, 30. There's people on this Zoom right now I've known for 30 years. And I appreciate y'all being here too, because like Alan said, you know, if you have the ability to be in business, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make people millionaires. You're going to lose people's money, but that's called being in business. And one thing Alan taught me over the last 12 months is commercial lending is an untapped industry. When he made that statement about 10 people go to the bank, John, and 9 come out with no money, it never dawned on. Then he asked me a question. He said, think about it. How many times have people come to you looking for money to invest? Or how many times have you looked for money? The first thing you do is go to your friends and family, because that's what we're all taught. And that's what the disruption's getting ready to be. Disruption means that everybody on this call, if they participate in what we're doing, can basically offer someone $5 million today. They can offer someone 15, 20 million. And so please. So there you go. So what happens is that it's the way we're raised. Whenever we need money, we're taught to go to the bank. And what I want to do is really tell you that this isn't a business opportunity. This is a business. So instead of talking about myself, because many of you here are guests of mine and you've known me for 10, 20, 30 years, some of you, I want to introduce a lady. I went to Atlanta about a week ago, and she got in this business about 2 weeks ago. And here's the bottom line. She's a new relationship. And I'd rather you hear from a new person who's been in this company for less than probably 17 days. And Cynthia, can you unmute yourself? Cynthia King from Atlanta. I flew in and met Carla, her partner. And what I want to do is, let me get out of the way for a minute. Cynthia, tell everybody how long you've been in the business and talk a little bit about what you've seen as far as the number of sales or potential loans you put in. And please do that for me, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
We're all good. Now you're here.
Okay, I'm Cynthia King. I have been in the commercial business. I started out in a residential business in 1999, and I crossed over to the commercial side in 2011. I love this business. I'm very passionate about it because it's centered around people and helping people. And that's what we strive to do daily, especially with people in business and especially with people in real estate, because as John mentioned,
Cynthia, unmute yourself.
I've been unmuted all this time. Okay. All right, we're good. Okay, so I've been affiliated with Sequoia for about 2 weeks now. And one thing that I can say about Sequoia is that they're very user-friendly. And what I mean by that is that when you put in a deal, and I have put in several this week, I have been back and forth on the phone with Alan every day, trying to anchor these loans down and get them in, because people are ready to do business. But the one thing that makes me successful personally is just that, creating relationships. Relationships in this business is everything. You know, I'm part of the local chamber. I'm part of some other groups, real estate groups, women-owned groups that are in real estate. And so when you connect the dots and you're able to get people to understand that, you know, fix and flip properties and how you can use your LLC, it's all about the education piece. And once you learn the techniques through the education, then you're able to get these deals done. And what I like about Alan and Sequoia is that they're on it. They respond to emails, they call you back, they send you the approvals in less than 48 hours. So all of those things help you to be successful. It has definitely made me successful.
And Cynthia, can you give us an idea in 15 days, what kind of like portfolio of deals have you sent in right now? And basically what's like the total number of like loans you've got pending right now?
Well, right now, just total gross on the number of deals that I have, I think I'm right at about 20 million that I've put in.
Say that again?
And that's only maybe 4 or 5 deals.
Okay, but I'm gonna say, could you repeat it? Because I want everybody to hear what you said.
The total number of loans that I have put in gross wise, total loan amount is almost about $20 million.
And you've been in Sequoia how long, ma'am?
And I've only been in Sequoia maybe a week and a half.
So I'm gonna ask you a goofy question, because I know we right now are finishing a lot of the compensation with our programmers. You know, how hard was it to use the website to put in almost $20 million in loans in 15 days as far as you've been in? How hard was it?
It was very easy. I did it from my couch on my computer. And I was in a very relaxed state. And 1, 2, 3, what I like about it is that when you go into that system, you're looking at a 1-page application. It's a few questions, you fill in the blanks, and then you press submit and it's done. Once you press submit, it goes to Sequoia, and then Sequoia sends your email verification that your deal is in. And then from that point, within 24 to 48 hours, I actually got a response letting my client know that if they do ABC, we can get this deal funded. So it's very easy. It's very user-friendly.
And that's what I want everybody to understand. Cynthia, thank you so much. And, you know, a blessing to you, have you on our team, and Carla, you too. I met the ladies in Atlanta. And again, Cynthia, thanks you so much. And, you know, great success comes from people who work. So thank you so much for that. And let's go back real quick and talk about the business. So imagine she came in 15 days ago. She's sitting at about $20 million in loans. Not only has Alan, our CEO and founder, been responsive, but she gets emails answered. The customer gets called back. There are 3-way calls with these customers, anywhere from 3 to 72 hours at the longest. And if there's something wrong with the deal and it can't be pushed through the process, immediately that's emailed back to you, the broker. And here's the thing I learned about Alan. Alan is dead on every time, there to support you, text you, call you. We even have a calendar for other people who basically are using this system. So you don't have to think about, okay, wait a minute, I'm going to get in a business. I got to go to school, become a broker. I mean, one thing Alan says, in America, when you deal with social security numbers, you have to be licensed. When you sell someone a house, real estate license, sell them a mortgage, broker license. Like Alan says, they don't even trust us to go fishing. They make us buy a fishing license. So in commercial lending, you don't need a license. When you sign up in this company, you are as powerful as any bank downtown Dallas, downtown Atlanta, downtown. Every time, I want you to think about this. What got me excited was one day I was in the car, pulled out my neighborhood, and I was going to pick my wife up from the airport. And I looked, and here in Vegas, just like Dallas, we have so many cranes of buildings being built. And I said to myself, those are all commercial loans.
Got it.
And so let's go ahead and mute yourself, Rita. So what happens is when commercial buildings go in place, someone did a commercial loan. And every time after this call, I want you to think about it. When you leave your house, drive past downtown or the city you live in, I want you to ask yourself, how much money was made on every building that you pass? And when you pass that building, I want you to look in your mirror, make sure you pay attention to the road while you're driving, and ask, how come not you? I know right now, if you look at all those people in Florida and places that got hit by hurricanes, the government is going to back their commercial loans with federal grants. So I want you to think about it. I'm not trying to be a carpetbagger and say, don't respect or disrespect people's lives that were hurt by these hurricanes and tornadoes we're dealing with. Those places have to be rebuilt. This is a $1 trillion business. This isn't one of those pitches where you're selling pills, potions, lotion. Wrong channel. This is already a $1 trillion business. When you drive by the city or downtown next time, look around and ask yourself, can you do 3 things? Can you ask somebody, do they need money? Can you send them to a website? Can you get them to fill out a 1 or 2 minute form? And can you let Sequoia do the back end work? Because we're not trying to teach you to become some super broker and learn all new paperwork and all that stuff that you have to do in other industries. We're just saying, can you find people you can give money to? Now, I'm not the smartest person on this call tonight, but one of my mentors, George, is on the call. And he always said to me, if you walk by and you see money on the ground, do you pick it up, some of it, all of it? And George always tell me, hey, man, you bend down to get down, but you come up with everything. So I'm saying to you that the reason this call is important for me, because I see people on this call that have been in my family for 10, 20, 30 years. I see Linda, I see George, I see Sam, I see John. Congratulations again on a new wedding, John. These are people who run with me, who've been in this country, traveled the world with me. And I'm telling you, I was in my little shell when Alan came by and I was all comfortable and, but now I'm hungry again. I mean, there's $1 trillion in front of me. And I'm telling you, if you don't get it, somebody will. And ask yourself, they laughed when Uber came out. So we're going to get laughed at. They laughed when Lyft came out. But you tell me one taxi company laughing now. They laughed when Airbnb came out. Did you realize Airbnb is worth more than Marriott and Fairmont now? And these companies been around for over 100 years, some of them. But here's a question. Alan has us in a position to disrupt an industry. You don't have to go to school to be trained. You get someone to fill out an application on your website, and this company pays weekly and pays monthly. Let me say that to you before I leave tonight. It pays weekly and it pays monthly. The other thing is, if you keep it simple and don't try to be all that, just ask people, who do you know wants to buy a franchise? Who do you know that needs money to do a fix and flip? Who do you know needs to have a new warehouse or a factory? I think Fred Garcia in Orange County, he just moved into this new office. And guess what? This thing even does the employer retention credit, free money from the government. It's on the website now. And if you look at our Instagram account, it shows you all these different loans that are already been done in the last few months. Somebody got paid on them. And instead of pitching on something that you got to go sell to friends and family, how many of you can give away money? That's why I'm here, because I know the more I give away, the more I make. I'm not the smartest person on this call, but I know one thing. If we end up, which is a personal goal, with 50 to 100,000 brokers, there's no commercial lending company in America that'll be greater than Sequoia Lending. That's why I'm at this full time. And Alan and I are going to Atlanta. I'll be there the 15th to the 18th. We're doing a training at the Whitley Hotel. I'll probably make a stop in Dallas because a lot of our Dallas people are here today. And I just want to tell all of you, thank you for jumping on the call. I know a lot of you got on last minute, but I'm telling you, I'm back to work. And Alan has showed me the ability now to stop talking about, retirement and get back to work. And I see that, at the end of the day, we all can make this, we can make it work. Alan's been at this company's going on 11 years old. It's not a startup, but now we're sharing. So if you got any questions, get with the person who invited you. Just know that there's money on the ground, and people taught me a long time ago, pick as much of it as you can. If you can bend down, get down, you're gonna get up. But that's where we're at. So I'd like to thank Alan for giving all of us now the opportunity to have unlimited income using a website, and it's all up to us on who we share it with. So Alan, thank you for having me in Sequoia. Pass it back to you, brother. Thank you, and thank everybody.
Great. Thank you so much, John and Cynthia, for sharing with your experience with us. So one thing that I want to share with everyone, that don't get intimidated. A lot of people never been, honestly, most of us never been into commercial lending. And I know what you're thinking in your mind. Do I need to learn another skill? Do I need to get another license? Do I need to get continual educations? Will somebody watch behind my back? And the question to all those is no. And that is the greatest kept secret in the United States of America. And to a lot of people, even mainstream people, a lot of people don't even know that in commercial lending, there is no licensing needed. And I said it one more time, and I will yell to the world, there's no licensing needed in commercial lending, and you can make money legally. Why? It's because we are dealing with private money. We are dealing with B2B business. That is why it's commercial lending. We lend to what? We lend to business owners. We lend to companies. When is the last time that you're seeing a company doing business and the government is going to come in to intervene? No, they don't. The government do not care. The government only care is when you do a B2C business. How many of you right here are real estate agents? Put 1 in the checkbox. How many of you are mortgage loan officers? Type 2 in the checkbox. How many of you are insurance agents? Put 3 in the checkbox. You all need to get licensed. Why? It's because your end customers are customers. It's a B2C business. As a customer, it's very easily to be taken advantage of. We don't know. When I go out there to buy an insurance, I have no idea what all this insurance is all about. I'm depending heavily on my agent to share with me what am I buying. Now, if that person does not have any integrity, he can trick me into buying something that it's not suitable for me. Am I correct saying that? And there's a lot of agents out there like that. They just are pushing you some sort of product that looks good, but it's even better for their commissions. That is why you need license. That is why there's laws out there that protect consumers. But now when we talk about B2B, when you are lending, when you're asking out there, when you're out there asking for $5 million, $10 million, it's not like a regular person can ask him for $5, $10 million. That company or that person got to have their own team. They're supposed to have their own lawyer. They're supposed to have their own CPA. They're supposed to have their own team to analyze their product for them, to analyze their project for them. Is it suitable or not? And when they are professionals, when two professionals dealing with each other, nobody cares what you do. As long as the two of you agree to the terms, the deal is made. And now our position is not our money. We are the broker. Our job is just to put the right money with the right project. And that's it. We don't sign anything on the table, unlike a mortgage loan company, where a mortgage company, they have to do their own underwriting. They have to do their own processing. They have their name on the dotted line. And when something happened to that loan, that company has the liability for it. And that is why they need to buy a lot of insurance and E&O insurance and things like this. But for us as a commercial broker, we don't do, many times the lender doesn't even want you to get involved. They will communicate with the client directly. And our job is just to become a bridge between the lender and the project. And we have no liability or whatsoever. So again, that is the main reason why there's no licensing needed. And because of this, you can do business in all 50 states. And can you imagine today, you are a real estate agent, you're in the Bay Area. What is the possibility for you to fly to Boston to show a house? Zero. It's not going to happen. But for commercial lending, because there's no limitation, no territorial limitation whatsoever, you can out there build a team all over the country. Now, when we're talking about building a team, the platform is set up not for you to become a Rambo. We all know what Rambo is. You know, one person army going out there conquering the world. That's not what I want you guys to be. That's not what it's supposed to be. What we want everybody to do is that, hey, utilize the system. Open it up, disrupt it, recruit as many people into the business as possible so that they can be part of your team, just like any other business out there. I bet you this thing, real estate, mortgages, insurance, somehow, somewhat, somebody or some system disrupt that industry. And that is why you and I today can get into that industry. Am I correct saying that? But how about commercial industry? Why not? Why we cannot disrupt this thing? And that's why we are here tonight. That's why we set up this platform. I have been in this business since 2008. I see a lot of happening in this industry. And one thing in common is that most of the business people out there have no idea where to find money. Not just the business people, realtor, insurance agent, they don't. A lot of people do not know where to find this money. They don't even know that we exist. And that is why when we go out there to build, yes, you can be a Rambo. You can bring in as many deals as possible yourself. But the beauty of this is that it's only what here in commercial lending. No other industry can do something like this. It's only here in commercial lending that you don't even need to look for clients. And I say that one more time. You do not need to look for clients if you do this business right. I have been in this business since 2008. Yes, the first year I worked my butt off. But honestly, I tell you, for the last whatever years, I never intended to look for any clients. Client come to me. Not just happening to me, but pretty much happening to all commercial lending brokers out there. Deals come to us. It's why? Because we are very rare. And ask yourself for one more questions. When is the last time that you see a commercial broker? Do you know any commercial broker out there other than the bank? I bet you don't. A lot of people don't. Okay, so we are very, very precious. We have a lot of value, a lot of resources that people out there hunger for. So many of you saying that, hey, I don't know this business. What can I do? I don't know any clients that needs any business, that needs any business funding. It's okay. And let me tell you the secret of why you never see commercial broker out there doing any advertisements. It's because we only partner up with people who has clients. Let me show you. Here in the United States, there are 1.2 million 1.2 million insurance agents. 1.2 million insurance agents. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Some of those insurance agents, many of their clients are already business owners. Am I correct saying that? I bet you many of those clients, after they sign their policy, they might ask, hey, Mr. Insurance Agent, do you know where can I get $100,000 working capital? Oh, I'm going to buy this restaurant. Do you know where can I get funding for it? I bet you one thing. Many of those insurance agents would say, no, I don't know. I'm sorry. Go to the bank. And that's it. 1.2 million insurance agents. How about 330,000 registered mortgage loan officers in the United States? And 99% of these loan officers are what? They are residential loan officers. They only do 1 to 4 units. And correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you think that some of those loan officers, they will have clients come to them saying that, hey, I'm buying a warehouse. Can you fund me that warehouse for $1.2 million? Oh, I'm buying a retail. Can you fund me $2 million for that retail store? And I bet you 99.9% of those mortgage loan officers would not know where to find money like this. And even the business that they are in, many of the clients come to them saying that, hey, I'm going to buy an investment property, but I have no job, I have no income, I have no credit, I have no nothing. Can you find me a loan? They would say no. But you know what? Come to commercial lending is totally different. We don't care you have you have a job or not. I don't care you even live in the country or not. You can be a foreigner living in somewhere in the middle of the ocean. I don't care, as long as you set up a company here in the United States, set up an LLC. You can purchase property tomorrow using commercial lending. A lot of people don't even know that. And that is why so many loan officers partnering up with us. How about 1.3 million real estate agents? And don't you think that they have client out there that's looking for apartment buildings, multifamilies, mixed use, where to find funding? Many of them have no idea. How about over 650,000 CPAs? These people are sitting on gold mines. They are a lot of their clients are business owners. They know every single one very, very well financially. Is their business doing okay? Do they need money? Do they need to expand? How do they save taxes and things like this? And yet they're too busy to work on their tax return, and they have no idea where to refer these clients to. So my suggestion to you is that, hey, if you really want to build a business in commercial lending, don't go out there to look for clients. Look for what? Look for who? Look for people who has clients. You open up that newspaper, you see pages of people that advertising that, hey, I'm the top 1% agent in the local area. I am a real estate agent. I can, I'm the best loan officer, etc., etc. Imagine if you are the one that tell all these people, how about adding commercial lending be part of your service and add an extra line underneath of your advertisement? I'm a mortgage loan officer. I can do commercial lending. Call me for your business needs. How about that? How many of those people you can reach to become your team or to become your business partners. It would be a lot easier for you to look for professionals than to look for clients. Am I correct saying that? And that only happened here in commercial lending. Try this out in other industries. Let's say today you get your license in insurance, and you go to a real estate agent. Hey, let's partner up. I'm an insurance agent right now. Refer me your client. What do you think he would do? They would say, yes, thank you. Yes, I will. I will keep your name. I bet you that real estate agent already working with 10, 15, 20 insurance agents. By the same token, today you can become a loan officer. You go to an insurance agent. You say, hey, I can do loan right now. Send me your deals. What would they say? Yes, I will. I will keep you in mind. But guess what? That insurance agent already working with 10, 20 mortgage loan officers out there. But what if you today to go out there to talk to insurance agent, loan officers, title companies, contractors, real estate agent, and saying that, hey, I can fund businesses. Regardless what the businesses is, as long as the business makes sense, I can fund between $10,000 all the way up to $100 million. If any of your clients have business needs, let's do business together. And better yet, don't send it to me. Join my team. You do the deal. All I want is just that little override. That's all I care. And how many of you can actually get 10 people into your organization? All I see is that, remember 1.2 million insurance agent, 330,000 loan officers, over 660,000 CPAs, 1.3 million real estate agents. Just this professional, add together in the United States, 3.5 million professionals. They are trained salesperson out there. Every single day, they're marketing their service. And every single day, they run into people that needs commercial funding. Yet they have no idea where to look for you and I. Go approach these people. Let them know our platform. Let them to come in. Just like anything else. I bet you, one more time, that you know a lot of insurance agents, that they're also real estate agents. You know real estate agents also are loan officers. You know loan officers also are notaries. You know notaries also are CPAs. Then why not add commercial lending to it? This is not a new industry. It's not like one of those so-called opportunity. And that's why at the beginning, I said that I don't like to use the word opportunity, because opportunity come and goes. Opportunity come and goes. I see a lot of my friends every 3 months, 6 months will come to me saying, hey, Alan, I relate myself into the best lifetime opportunity. I say, yeah, how long would that take? How long can that last? 3 months later, they will come back again saying that I have another opportunity. 6 months later, they will come back saying, hey, I joined another company. I have another great product. But commercial lending, this is the oldest product. What do we sell? We sell money. We sell money. It's not going to go away regardless what the industry is, regardless what the stock market is, regardless what the economy is, regardless who's the president. It does not matter. Business people need money. There are 35 million registered small business in the United States today. And every single one of these businesses have one thing in common. They all need money. It's not a matter of if they need money or not. It's the matter of that when do they need money? When do they need money and how much do they need? And you become that resources center. Sequoia Lending, just like John said, we are not a new company. We have been doing business since 2008. We've been through a lot of ups and downs. We know what the market looks like. We have a group of mentors behind the scene that help everybody out. Currently, we have over 500 different funding sources. It does not matter how difficult your job is. Most likely, we will have a lender that can fund that project. As long, again, I say it one more time, as long as that project makes sense. And there's a lot of projects just doesn't make sense. Unfortunately, quite frankly, we cannot help everybody. But we will do our best to try to find solutions for everybody. And that's why that a lot of people are asking us, hey, Alan, what is the difference between your company and other company? Other company sells mortgage interest rate. But our company don't come to us to saying that, hey, I want the lowest rate. What we do is that we provide solution for you. We provide solution for you. And I want you to take away your B2C head. To a lot of people, the first thing that you ask is that, hey, what is the interest rate? What is the interest rate? But quite frankly, when you get into commercial lending, when people are truly need money for their project, I'm not talking about $100,000. I'm not talking about things like this. I'm talking about people that need 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, 70 million, 100 million. These people, they never ask you for rates. Why? Because the question that they ask is that, Alan, can you really get me the money to do my project? And if you can really get me the money, I don't care what is the interest rate that you're charging, as long as it's reasonable, right? I don't care what interest rate that you're charging me. Just give me the money, because the interest rate is just part of the operation cost. Just like when you open up an office, you need to buy desk, you need to buy chairs, a doctor's office, you need to buy medical equipment. Those are costs, and interest rate is just a cost for them to do business. And they're more concerned about, can you give me the money instead of that interest rate? So ladies and gentlemen, I can go on and on and on and on and on. But what I want to share with you tonight is that why you should do this. But the best question is, why not? Why not do this? Why not do commercial lending? And the next question you might want to ask yourself is that, why not me? Why not you? Why not me? I see, people making money right here, but why not me? Why am I not the one that making that money? It's because for the longest time, there's no platform out there that allow us to get into this field. There's no such system out there to get us into this field. Just like Uber, before Uber came out, can you still remember how difficult it is when you go to a new place, you cannot rent a car, and how difficult it is to get a taxi? But now Uber came out. It disrupted the industry totally, completely. Same thing with commercial lending. Before a system come out, where can you find $5 million? Where can you find $7 million? And the most important thing is that to get paid. Many of them say that, yeah, I can get it to a bank. Yes, the bank is going to do that. But is the bank going to pay you the commissions that we are going to offer? No, absolutely not. You know another broker. You talk to another broker. Hey, let's do this thing together, and let me refer you a deal. Is he going to pay you? Most likely he will just give you a gift card of $25. Thank you so much. It's not a business. Now we have a system in place. And remember the 5 things that I talk about how you make money? Physical strength, skill, using money to make money, and using what? A system to make money. And now, last but not least, is your credibility. And that's what this company is all about. You already established your credibility. You are a go-to person in your community. You're already a business-minded people. Around you, you know a lot. Don't tell me you don't know anyone. You know. Around you, there are so many people that are already in business and they need funding for it. It just happened that there was no platform out there allow you to share with people out there what to do, where to get money. And now the time is here. We have that. And from now on, you will hear us. You will hear Sequoia all over the country. And just like John mentioned, December 17th, we will be in Atlanta, Georgia. December 9th, we will be in Flushing, New York. And in January will come, February will come. And again, we will plan out meetings all across the United States. Zoom meeting like this, physical meeting like this. Our job is to disrupt this industry. We have the experience. We have the platform. We have the system. And you have the resources. You know who needs money. And we have our resources. We know where to find the money. So let's plug in together. Let's do this thing together. You do not need to learn another new industry. And that is what this platform is all about. You do not need to learn how to structure a deal. You do not need to learn how to put the interest rate together. No, you don't. All you needed to do, just 3 things, just like John said. Number 1, find out who needs money. Number 2, send them to our website and fill out a scenario form. Even if you don't know what I'm talking about, sign up today. Okay, sign up from the person who refer you into the business. Sign up today and you will get your own website. Send them to your scenario form. And number 3, set up 3-way conference call with us. We will do all the selling. And if we cannot do the selling, we will get our lender involved to make this thing happen for everyone. So again, guys, we are here to disrupt this industry. With us, we want you to be part of this. But if you're not, we totally understand. We wish you luck, but you will hear from us from this point on. So that's all I have to share today. And I see Enrique raise his hand. Enrique, please unmute yourself and let's discuss. And anybody who have any questions, feel free. We have about 10 more minutes.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to find best practices from folks who are successfully submitting deals. What's the best way of prospecting or attracting clients to you?
What is the best way to find clients? Now, this is again, just like any other industry. Enrique, what do you do?
I have 3 licenses: mortgage, real estate, life insurance.
Okay, where do you find clients for your mortgage business?
The EXP network.
Very good. The EXP network. A lot of those EXP agents out there selling commercials. Let them know we exist. Where do you find your insurance clients? Same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
My real estate clients. Yeah.
Commercial is the same thing. Right? We have so many products out here that can help pretty much all type of businesses. So it's not a matter of where to find them. They're all over the place. You go to your downtown. I don't know. I think you live in San Diego, right? You go to downtown San Diego. You see shop after shop after shop after shop. Every single one of them needs businesses. But now reality is this. If you ask this question, reality is I share with you 2 tricks. Number 1, joint BNL. We all know what BNL is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Join your local chapter BNL. Now, in every BNL chapters, they always have one person for that industry, meaning that they have one real estate agent, one loan officers, one contractors, whatever that might be. And you know what? I attended many BNL seminars or groups.
Mm-hmm.
None of those groups have commercial lenders.
Okay.
Join them. Okay.
Okay.
Second thing, join your local chamber of commerce. You'll be surprised. Anyone else?
Hey, Alan, I have a question.
Yes, sir. Who's this?
Hey, this is Tyrone. This is
Tyrone.
Ty. How are you?
Yes, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Doing well, doing well. Thank you for everything. I just had a really quick question. I heard you say that you fund businesses as well on the commercial imprint. Do the business have to have real estate attached to it, or can it be,
No. No.
I love it. Oh, man.
No. Yep. I mean, we fund working capital all day long. And as a matter of fact, we just funded a restaurant $40,000 today. The restaurant purchased 2 robots, okay, to deliver food. So again,
the servicing robots. Yeah, I saw
servicing
that.
robot. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. My brother-in-law's in Japan right now, so he went to a couple of those restaurants.
You know what I'm talking about. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So business does not need to, but the business need to make money. If the business is not making any money, losing money, now obviously no one is going to dare to lend them money, right? So we need to look at their financial. Yep.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Anyone else?
I want to give a little tip too. Depending on where you live at, what state you live in, you can also go to your local county or your parish, whatever it is. You have new businesses signing up every day, and they have to register with the Secretary of State. I know in our area, we're able to go online and pull a free report of all the businesses that have signed up in the county, and it's a free report. So you got businesses signing up every day, and one of the reports I pulled the other day had over 100-something businesses there. And so these are new businesses, and a new business cannot go to anybody's bank and get money. So we can offer that business working capital to get started and infuse that money into their business. So check out your local counties or parishes or whatever it's called in your state, and you'd be surprised you can get that list.
Did you say Secretary of State or what was
Yes,
it?
I say any business, any LLC that's signing up, they have to go through the Secretary of State. So your county or your parish, they keep track of all of the new businesses that are being created. So go to your local parish or county or whatever. I know here in Georgia, it's our local county. We're able to go to the county and pull that list on all new businesses that have signed up. And then you have a list right there with names and numbers and emails.
Right. Okay, there are a few questions in the checkbox. Marie's asking, can we fund dental practice? Yes, all day long. We love medical practice. Okay, yes, all day long. Equipment, working capital, you name it. Absolutely. Oh, yep, Cynthia already answered.
I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, this is me.
Me.
You're talking about, talk to like the high producer, I'm the real estate agent. So if we introduce this, new product to this agent, so of course, maybe she has their own customer, but he may join our, system. But in the future, his business, do we get some portion from it because we introduced?
Absolutely
join the
not in the
system?
future. Not in the future. It's happening right now. Yes, if you refer somebody into it, yes, you will get. And as a matter of fact, Bing, thank you so much for asking this question. Is because as we speak, we are fine-tuning our compensation plan, and this plan is 95% of it is already done. Okay, we are just need to do the coding in the back, and we will push out this plan in less than 2 weeks. Okay, and this plan is attract all of us to or to attract a lot more professionals to come into our business. Okay, yes, it will happen. So in 2 weeks,
Okay.
yes, absolutely, and you will not be disappointed.
That's good.
Okay. We have another question from Linda asking, can we fund cannabis industry? The short answer is yes. The long answer is depend. Okay, depending on what you do with cannabis. Now, if you have a facility that is already, you have a facility and you grow cannabis inside, yes, absolutely. We fund it all day long. And as a matter of fact, we funded a $10 million cannabis deal last year in Rochester, New York. If you go to our Instagram, follow us on Instagram, you will see that posting. But if you're talking about, hey, I'm going to lease a piece of land to grow, no, that is not going to happen. So that's cannabis. Okay. What else? BNI, yes. Okay. Option to order business card, yes. Isa, yes. We are building up more products so that you can order business card and order what do we call it? Our domain email, things like this. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Do we do PO order? Yes, absolutely. We do PO order. Name Kim. Yes. Again, PO order, it has to have an actual order. Let us see it. So yes, as a matter of fact, we are in a process of funding one right now. Yes, we definitely do PO orders. And if you don't know what that is, it's okay. Absolutely fine. We are doing training on all these different products every week, and you will understand. Now, all this training that we are going to do, no mean to turn you into a commercial professional. That's not what we want you to do. I don't want you to stuck into learning what is PO order, what is AR, what is equipment loan. I just want you to know the basic that what we can do. All you need to do is to rely on the email. On the website. Learn how to use this scenario form. Now, if you don't know what is the right question, a lot of people may ask me, what should I ask the client? Go to our website, go to your website. As a matter of fact, click on the scenario form. You will see a whole bunch of different type of scenario. Click on it and see what is the questions that we ask. Those are the questions that you should ask your clients. Okay, just that simple. So what are guidelines for set up business loans, startup business loans? Startup business loan is very difficult to get funding unless you are a franchise. Why? Because if you're purchasing a franchise, the franchise is proven that you can make money. So for example, today you're saying that, hey, I'm going to buy a McDonald's all day long, they will fund you. But if you're saying that, hey, I'm going to open up a new business, it's called Alan Wu pizza place. Most likely you can't. It's because nobody know who Alan Wu pizza place is. Can you really make money? They're not going to give you money. So again, startup is very difficult to get funding unless they are purchasing or open up a franchise, or they have collaterals, meaning that they have real estate that they can collateralize to, you know, to get the funding, or they can have like things like retirement account, 401k, IRA, things like this. Then we can utilize that as collateral to give them the funding.
Well, I have a specific franchise scenario. What about power solar sellers? Can I offer startup business loans to them? No. Nope. Too small.
It's not too small. Again, it just, you never proven that you can make money. So unless you are already a solar company that you're already installing. So we funded a few solar companies that they need capital to purchase those solar panels. Absolutely fine. As long as they can show us that the tax return, yeah, we fund them all day long. But if you're just saying that, hey, I become a solar agent, I become an agent to sell solar. No, you cannot. Now, this is a very interesting. Give me 2 more minutes. We just funded a network marketing company that's selling vitamins. How many of you know people out there selling vitamins? Network marketing company. We funded a network marketing company because they do business under their LLC, and they ship products to all over the world. So this lady, I don't know, I don't want to name the name of the company. This lady, you know, she's a hot producer of that particular company. So she has her own warehouse. Now, this is the key thing. She has her own warehouse that she purchased a lot of this vitamin, put it into the warehouse, and then she ship it to other places. Because she has income to show, tax return to show that she does make money. And also she has a commercial address where she store all the products. We funded her. Now, her downline finally realized, oh, wow, she got the money. Let me apply it too. But we could not fund her. Why? Because that downline does business in her basement. There's no commercial address. I cannot fund that. Okay.
Got it.
So again, guys, thank you so much for coming up tonight. The time is up, 9:06 already. Normally, I don't want to go past the hour. So sign up with us. We need you. We are in a crusade right here. We are disrupting this commercial lending industry. We need you to be with us. So talk to the person who invited you here tonight. Sign up with us. Make money together with us. Grow together with us. And I guarantee you one thing. I guarantee you, once you taste the sweetness in commercial lending, you will never go back to where you are. Okay? I guarantee you. So thank you very much. And I see you next week. If you're not following us, follow us on Facebook, and you will get all the information. And yes, this video will be is recorded, and we will upload it once it is ready, and we will post in our Facebook group. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night.